Hey, how's everyone doing? So good to see you here. Teresita here, Sydney here, Matt here, good to see you. Andres, good to see you here. We had Troy here. Who's all in the chat? Feel free to say hi. MuBot will say hey to you. I'm sending out an announcement to 201 as we speak. The Brian verse has returned. Current version of Brian, whatever version of Brian. Dylan, so good to see you. We got so many mods. Let's make... Well, here we'll wait. We always wait till class because right now we're in a live stream on a full. And Kristen, great to see Kirsten. Sorry, Kirsten, right there. Kirsten, so good to see you. We have reset the points, and we're about to send this out to 201. Here we go. We're sending this. Wait, we need to publish the class. So you're seeing the inside, well, you're not seeing it. And Matt, good. We're just going to go out on a limb right here. We're going to make, and if I mispronounce anyone's name, let me know. We're going to publish the 201 class. Scary, scary. Walker, so good to see you. And then we're going to go over here to this announcement, and we're going to see if we can get some 201ers here. So we might have 201 joining us here shortly. But who all is here? You're free to say, Mayor, this is a live stream currently live on YouTube. But are people in the 474, 475 class? Who's excited to start class on Monday? I'm out of coffee. I'd be more excited if I had more coffee, but we got Monday class coming up right here. Who's excited? I want to see what people are saying in the chat, and then we're going to get serious here. We're going to put on that serious face and start doing some work. Well, not work. We're just going to talk about kind of what's expected, and you'll be getting some announcements this weekend, preparing you. We're going to talk about how you can prepare to start out to make sure when you join in on Monday, you got a little bit of a head start on everybody. How are people doing right now? Very excited. That's awesome. Who do we have? Some 474, 475, 201 might be joining in as we speak. We might see some people saying, wait, hi, I'm in 201. It's so exciting. Dylan's excited. Anyone else got thoughts, feelings about summer school? I think it's fun. It's 475. That's so exciting. We get to do some really cool stuff. Let me start this with a quick preview. So let's take out our timestamps. I haven't had to timestamp stuff in a while. I've started a new thing. If you haven't been one of my latest classes, I actually take the timestamps during teaching. So that way, at the end, when I end the video, you get the timestamps. Who is anyone here new to the whole YouTube thing? I see a lot of blue names right now, which means you're a mod, which means you have been here. If you're new to this whole YouTube thing where Brian broadcasts on YouTube, just say, I'm new to this in the chat. Let us know. And I want to show the example now working. Let's say BAS 475 example working. Here we go. We're heading over to the main screen. Let's do it. Okay, so I was so bummed. I went to show you're new, Matt. So good to see you here. This is kind of what you'll be seeing when you take class. Whatever class you're in, I'll be broadcasting live on YouTube, 10 hours, and do the homework, do the exams. I should giving some great advice, some 201 right there. Some great advice. Just attend office hours, work, just ask when you have questions. We'll be talking about the Discord here shortly. But I was showing this to Terry's class, and it turns out Quant Mod somehow broke. So I went in and edited this. So if you're in Terry's class, I felt so bad because I was like, hey, check this out. We can get stocks. But does anyone have a stock ticker that they like? Like, does anyone have any like stock that they care about, like Pepsi or something? And you might want to go till the end of last year, let's say. So we're going to go to the end of 2021. And now we should, if everything's working, be able to go right down here and get, I stored it into Apple. We don't want to call it Apple. We can go right here to that, and we should be able to auto plot it, I think. And this is, doesn't like it. Let me try getting the close from it. But she's not going to like it. Well, we should have the values. Let's see if we got it. We do have the values. And there's the values of the close. Let's try plotting it and see if that works. There's the plot of it. There we go. Things are working now. Life is good. So with code, things fail. Things don't work every moment. But we now have an auto plot of Pepsi, and it looks like Pepsi. Ooh, does anyone know what happened here? Can we go TS plot of this? It should do a TS. Oh, there we go. There's a time plot of it, a little bit smoother. What happened in this little bit of area right here? Does anyone know what was going on right there? Has anyone got any ideas? Any way to explain this right here? What is that? What is this right here? Whose thoughts on this? We're doing a little analytics to start, and then we'll get talking about the class. This is a scatter plot right here, or kind of a line plot showing the closing price of Pepsi stock. We could put the time index on it and get a better idea of what's going on. But does anyone know what that endpoints via MuBot? That's how class kind of goes. What happened in that period? That's March 2020. You're right. That is COVID. That is COVID. And probably, let me lower this down here. We might be able to fix this up pretty quickly. I wish I could have done more examples with, let me try getting FPP3. And I thought it worked with autoplot. Let me try doing pep close, or let me go pep, and let me pipe it in, because I wanted to show the dates. And great job right there on the, there we go. Still not liking it, because it's not a Tisble yet. Let me see. RStudio for the win. Curio, great to see you here. I'm going to cheat. That's what we do online. Let's go to QuantMod. Oh, let's go to, no, we'll go to QuantMod. Graphing stocks with QuantMod. So we're going to just do a quick example here, and then we're going to get serious. Okay, here we go. Someone's got better plots. Oh, isn't it? There's a way to do a really cool index plot of this. Chart series. There we go. Let me try chart series. We do have chart series from QuantMod, PEP. Oh, it wants it in a different format. How dare you? With some new GS themes, chart series, everything fails at one time. Get symbols. Because they did TQ get. Oh my gosh. Get symbols. PEP. Doesn't like, because you have to put it in as a string. There we go. My brain is booting up, everybody. Here we go. Chart series, and guess what we get? So this is the point right here. How hard is it for me to get? And now it's a little bit easier to see that was COVID. And I want you to look at the amount of code we had to do, even though Brian's brain had to boot up. Is it a little easier to see, as Dylan was pointing out right here, that this is March 2020 right here, and we can kind of see the volume right here. So any stock you want to get, whether it be Facebook or any other stock, you could just go in here and get Facebook. And now Facebook's been loaded in, and we could chart the series for Facebook right here, and there we go. Is that a dip, or what happened to Facebook? Whoa! Your Facebook stocks are not what they used to be. And this is what we like to do with codes. We like to show the ease. Hey, Reagan, so good to see you. We're kind of showing some neat kind of stuff you can do with R and different packages right now. And are you Tool 1? Are you 474? Are you 475? Feel free to say. We're going to start talking here. I need some votes in the chat. Which class should we start talking about first? And we're going to talk about success in that class. And there's going to be some central themes to success in those class. Which class first? If you're in one of the classes, you get to vote. Now, there are more. Liz, good to see you here, too. If you are part of it, and you got a smiley face in your name, that's awesome. That's great, Liz. Let's throw out some 10 points right there for smiley faces in the names. 474, well, great to have you here. So take a vote. 474 is winning right now, with more people in 474 saying, let's talk some 474 and success in 474. This was the example I tried to do in Terry's class, and I failed. I failed a little bit today because I was using TQ-get. TQ-get, I think, is the tiny quant version, so it was making a tibble, and I would probably just need to go as Tisble. That deals with the way the data is stored, but little error in a code runs into big errors in making it work. So with this, it looks like 474 is winning out. And one thing I want to point out right here, as we do this, you'll notice, we're going to hop over here to BAS 474 advice getting started. One thing you'll notice about this class is I'm reading the chat how often. Dylan, Troy, anyone, Kirsten, how often is Brian looking at the chat? With this right here, 474 1 out. So let's put a timestamp here. Good to see you, Michael. Michael's in the chat. How often is Brian looking at the chat? That is your question for 10 points right there. I am always reading it. That is true right there. Always reading it. I am always reading the chat, and I appreciate your chats. That way I can know what's going on. So this is BA 474 getting started. Okay, so I will be sending out announcements. Announcements to come. 1, read the announcements. I'll be sending out announcements this week, or weekend rather, being like, do this, do this. It'll be kind of what we're talking about here. So you're probably already going to know them. I'll try to make them concise, and it's just going to be like, make sure you have R installed, RStudio installed. So let's make sure we got that next. Make sure to have R and RStudio installed. So if you're looking to install R and RStudio, I don't know if I have a quick playlist. I have a playlist of this. Let me go grab it. I have a getting started in R. So let's go right here to Stat Tool 1 UTK. Does anyone not have R and RStudio installed yet? Make sure to install that. And let me get my getting started and BAS 320 or the R playlist. Here it is right here. And so here's the getting started playlist. It's got how to install R, how to install R Studio. And so this is installing R and R Studio. That is me from 3 years ago. Oh my gosh, forever ago. So there's the link in the chat right there for getting started with R and R Studio. You could look through some of these videos to kind of get an idea. They're very quick videos. So if you are wondering about things like how to do sequences in R, I explained the kind of it's now going to load the video, right? I explained just how to do some basic stuff. So some basic commands you might need a refresher on. There's Brian talking while Brian talks. But some basic commands, and I put a lot of comments in the code, and I think I put the code in the comments right here. So if you want to run the code yourself, the code is on these videos. I was really hoping that a lot of people would watch them. They're still a good resource, I think, but this could kind of be used as a refresher right here with medium long hair Brian to go through and kind of remember how to use R in R Studio. But what's the number one thing you should probably do before Monday if you're in 474, 475? Number one thing, watch the announcements, but you should have what on your computer? Just repeating it for some extra points in the chat. Make sure you have what on your computer ready to go. That way we hop in, and it is for 474, 475. We'll mention it for the 475 group also. But what should you do? What should you do? So make sure you're like, oh man, I need to be doing this. Like hop to that link right there in the chat. What do you need to do? No one knows. This is for some points right here. Who knows? Silence. Does anyone know? Install R in R Studio. Great job, Reagan, right there. Awesome. We'll make more people. Connor, so good to see you here. Connor, huge shouts to Connor. Make sure you've installed R in R Studio. Reagan getting everyone some points right there. So next, join the Discord. Now, I'm a big fan of online communities. Discord, GroupMe, you name it. I think the class is better when you have an online community. Who here has gotten a lot of help? 10 points for answers to these questions. Who here has gotten a lot of help from being in a class that has a really talkative GroupMe or Discord or Slack or whatever? Who here has gotten a lot of help where you're like, well, that person like saved me. Like if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have known this. I wouldn't have had someone explaining this to me. Who here has had a really great experience where a class has a strong online community where you can reach out and you can ask questions? Michael's experienced that. 10 points, Michael, right there. So that's what we want. It definitely helps. Definitely helps. And I support, we're trying to make it so there's like an official GroupMe and all this stuff. We're in the works on all that, but we have the link to the Discord. Let me grab a new link. And if you haven't joined the Discord yet, let me know. And you know what I'm going to do? For every person I see joining the Discord, I'm trying not to go too crazy on points to start. We'll talk about points here in a second. Let me go to invite people. Let me create a link right here. And every time I see somebody joining the Discord here, someone's going to figure out a way to spam this. Every time I see someone joining the Discord right here, I am going to click the 20-point button. So I'm going to watch, and let's go here to Discord link. So if you are interested in joining our Discord, there is an authentication process, which I'll kind of walk through. I've got a video showing how to do it. So I'm going to look over there, but go ahead and click this. We'll talk about this throughout other groups too. But we have channels for everybody to talk. You can meet people. This is for all the 201. Great question, Liz. Liz, that's worth 20 points just asking it. Thank you. The Discord is for 474, 475, 201. Any classes I teach has this online community. So Liz, thank you for that question. It applies to all classes. So even though we're in the 474 section, a lot of these things, I might as well just call it 474, 475. Like everything is identical right here. 201 would not install this. That's only one of the ones. If you're in 201, you don't need to install R in R Studio. I mean, you could. They're good statistical software, but you'll install Jump, and we'll talk about that. But thank you. Keep asking those questions. Keep getting points. More on points in a second. So let me see who we've had join. No one's joined yet. No one's clicked the link because I can see if members are joining. We got a person joining right there. I see you. Starts with a C. If you just joined, I saw you right there. And I'm going to click the video here to show the process by which you need to authenticate. And if you have problems authenticating, just let me know. We have one person who joined in. Only one so far. So if you want, click that link to join the Discord right there. And I'm just checking. We'll see if a few more people join here in a moment. But let me talk about the authentication process. So let me say, add your class role on Discord. Okay. So let me go to that. Okay. So let me go to the auth help. and go grab the instruction video. There it is right here. Okay, so here is what you will see when you join the Stat Nation Discord. First off, what is Discord? And let me put a segment in this video right here explaining how to join Discord. Okay. Discord, and please, if anyone wants to talk in the chat, because a lot of people are scared of Discord. Discord is basically like GroupMe and Zoom had a child together. Because on Discord, you can just do text channels where you can just type like a GroupMe, or you can meet in like a video room. Awesome. Thank you, Liz, right there. More points to Liz right there and everyone in the chat. So you can, on Discord, treat it like a GroupMe where you're just in the text channel and talking to people. Like just like a GroupMe, you just go in there and you just text, you just say, hello, hey, what's this? I'm confused on this. Just like a GroupMe. But also there's the functionality where you can meet with people via voice and video. And we also have stages. There's a lot more to it. And that's kind of the scary part, is the complexity. But if you want to get in at the base level, think of it, it's just a GroupMe. So the authentication process works the following way. When you join the Discord, you will see the auth channel. The auth channel is basically all you can see. You can also see the auth help if you need auth help, and the README, which is kind of the be nice on the server rules. But under auth help, you will need to put in, and only you will see this in the admin, !auth and your net ID in all or lowercase letters. So you put in !auth and then your net ID right there. When you put this in, our bot will talk to you and it will say, check your UT email address for a verification code. If you have any problems, please email me via your UTK email and I can verify you. Because if you email me from your UTK email, I can verify you and make sure, because we want to make sure we got UT students on here, so you'll be good. The bot can also do this. That's why we use the bot. So then you go over to your email and you will see the code. So that's obviously not going to be your code, but you'll get a random code. The bot there's the UTK authentication bot, and it will send you a random code. From there, you will then go back to the auth channel and you'll do !verify. Dylan did such a great job of doing this right here, like showing how to do it, !verify, and then you enter in the code that was sent to you. So you're really just entering in two things. !auth, which kind of does a command right there, your net ID. The bot will then send you the email to verify your net ID. From there, you type in, not the email, excuse me, the code, !verify, and then the code. So it's just calling !auth, your net ID, check your email for the code, !verify. Let me see if we have other people who have joined in right here. Oh, looks like, you started a thread. I see the person here. You're doing an auth help. Let me go to members joining, and I'll make sure if people are joining, I'm going to make sure. I see another person joined in right there. So if you couldn't get it, I'll be checking here after the stream, but let me know if you had problems. I saw a person was starting a thread, and I'll make sure you get in there. So let me know if you have any issues with joining it. There you go. And from there, you'll see everything open up. And from there, you need to request a role. So the last part right here is we have a bunch of channels. What you want to do is you want to go to the request a role channel. Under the request a role channel, you will click the role for your class. You'll click these buttons down here. And I usually click these buttons. Do you click the buttons on the left under request role, or the buttons on the bottom for 20 points? Who knows? Which set of buttons do you click? Do you click these buttons on the left to click which class you're in, or do you click the buttons on the bottom? So these are reaction roles. So you click your class. After you join it and you have access to see the things, you go in as a general student till you click the classes you're in. Do you click the buttons on the left or click the buttons on the bottom? The bottom, Kirsten, right there for 20 points. You are correct. The button's on the bottom. So you just react to the class you're in. If you have any problems, please let me know. Like, hey, Brian, it won't assign me the role. I have this issue. You can always message me. My name is up there. Shreya, good to see you here. You click the buttons on the bottom, and you can always just click my name. If you click my name and say, hey, Brian, I'm having a problem. Hey, Brian, I can't get authenticated. Just let me know, and I'll probably email you via your net ID. But that's me up there on Discord, and I always have Discord running on the bottom of my computer right down here, all the way down here. So with that, you'll be in, and you can see your classes then. It'll open up the class-specific chats for you, like the 201 chats right here, where you can chat with your fellow students just like a GroupMe. Hey, Shreya, awesome. Yeah, no, I'm so excited. And that's the Discord. Let's head back over here. Other than that, for 474, complete assignment 0. Now, assignment 0, what is assignment 0? Assignment 0, I do in 320 and 474 as an easy assignment. Assignment 0 will probably be due Monday night. But assignment 0, how long do you think assignment 0 should take you? Who has a guess on assignment 0, which is going to be for 474, 475? How long do you think it should probably take you to complete? Anyone got any guesses? Be like, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's going to be due on the first day of class. It's going to be, due on the first day. I wouldn't even say 30 minutes, Curio. Good guess right there. 20 points. I wouldn't even say 30. I would say if you have R installed, 5-ish minutes. Maybe not even. Sometimes I just do like knitting a document. Maybe 2 minutes. We'll probably even do it during class on Monday. So another great reason to show up to class. And last but not least, show up to class. Show up to class. And then I would say message Brian via email or Discord with questions. So this is your getting started. If you do this right here, you should be good for BAS 474. And you know what? I guess really I don't have much else to say about 475 either. Well, I guess with we have a book for 475. So let's put that here too. So let's put BAS 474, 475. And then we're going to take questions. Then we'll go over to on Discord. Yeah, Discord. You can get answers on Discord within like a minute or two. SFK, good to see you here. Oh, thank you so much. 20 points for positivity right there. I was only going to click the 10-point button today, and then I've been clicking 20 point. I've already broken my rules for the semester, trying to not do point inflation. I'm not good at that. So now, last but not least, let's put 475 right here. Take a look at the book. So if you were in BS 475 and super excited, I only have like 16 or 17 students in it, but I love 474, but 475 is so creative, and I love creativity. I think the command is FPP. So the book for 475 is, does anyone have any idea how much it costs? Let's take a guess of how, there it is. How much do you think the book for 475 costs? So this is a 475 specific thing right here. This is a 475. It is free, 100% free. So even if you're in 201 or 474 only, you can go ahead and take a look at the book right here. And what's super great about this book right here is if you go to like time series graphics, some of his code is not perfect. What you should be able to do is you should be able to take his code at any time you see it in here. At any time, take his code, go over here to RStudio and drop the code in and run the code, and it works, which is so cool. So, and then we'll be breaking down and working through this code. But he has all the code ready to go. And if I was really smart, I would have just clicked that right there to copy the code. So you can go to any code chunk he has, copy that code over, and kind of start looking at it and understanding how it works. A10 not found. You see, there he goes again. He created a data frame A10 somewhere else, and we don't have it. Do we have another data set? See, there we go. It's just calling the name of the labels, the y-axis, and the titles. So we still have the... Can we use pep and use close? Can we? Can we? Find out the hard way. The answer is no. Darn it. But the book is 100% free. Watch out, because sometimes code is contingent. That's my one bummer about this, is that sometimes he has a code that's linked to he created a data frame earlier, and I wish he would do the code where it would run as a code chunk. But I guess he expects you to go through and run and create that A10 database, which he creates over... Where'd he create it? Can't let that go. There's PBS. There's that. I think he goes through and does like a bunch of things. And is you got it right? No? Really? Well, I don't know where he created it. I think I've ran into that problem before. My one qualm. Hey, the book's free, so at least what we get, we pay for. But no, I don't mean to talk bad about the book. It's really amazing, and Rob Hindman is a very, very, very knowledgeable statistician, one of the top in the field. He actually has created, especially some of the ARIMA stuff down here, which is the autoregressive integrated moving average. He's created some of these methods by which we use for ARIMA models. So it sources his material, and the code is pretty cool. So with that, let's go to open questions about 474, 475. This is your chance to ask questions. Let me know. It's a book is supposed to pay with the currency. I love it right there. Exactly. What questions do you have right now about 474 BAS 475? And then we'll do some 201 talk right here. So let's go to your questions. 474, 475. That's not 475. What are your questions? I'm going to write them down here so people can see. What are your questions? I'll try to just drop those questions, whatever you're thinking. I'm going to do another preview stream if you didn't get to watch this. But let me type in your questions, student questions. Let's try to do a few of these. What are you wondering? Student questions, 474. And I'm doing them together because they're very similar. The expectations, the way the courses are taught are going to be very similar. They're both synchronous, online. What are your questions? Let's see how many we can get. Even if it's like, how are you doing today, Brian? How will this assignments be working out 474? Good questions. Let's drop that right there. Great questions. 20 points. Thank you for asking. So the answer to the question is going to be, let me go over here. 475 is more group assignment based. Group assignment and personal assignment based. There are two, the exams are only worth 20% of the grade in 475. There are coding tests in BAS 474 and no projects. The exams are worth around 30%. I don't know that one off the top of my head. It's hard memorizing a bunch of syllabi. But there are coding tests, which I think the coding tests are also worth maybe around 30%. Now, a lot of people really fear the coding exams, but the good news is we do a lot of preparation. The coding exams are things you can't learn that night. There's no way to be like, I'm going to prepare for the coding exam and be ready by just cramming one night before. It's just a thing you have to work on throughout the semester, and we will do the steps. Here's a coding exam problem. Coding exam problem could be, here's an easy one. You ready? Let's say we have a data frame called age. These are like what I call level 1 questions. How would we find, or vector rather, how would we find the mean of age? How would we find the mean of age? So if you're dusting off the cobwebs in your mind, this is like a level 1 coding question. This is like the easy ones I throw on there where you're just like, I got that. Don't worry if you don't know it either, though. Just think about how you would do this right here. There's like a level 1 coding question, and we'll do things like this continuously. Coding exams are open note. So the more notes you take, they're open notes. Coding exams are open note. 100% open note. You can have as many things open in R as you want. Can't be communicating with people, obviously, but how would we find the mean of the vector age? Who knows in the chat? And then Walker's got a good question. Exactly. And then we put the name of the vector, right? There we go. That's got it. And you have to watch out, though. I can throw tricky parts and turn it up to level 2 question where I do the following. Now we have to do what else? I'll pause here for a second. But now if I take the mean of age, it'll say NA. And what do I have to do now? Does anyone know here? 20 points, Shreya, great answers. And this is why we're refreshing our memories right here. But this is now a level 2 question because it's got a little tricky thing in there to deal with. What would we do now to find the mean of this vector? Because we have mean, which is the function, taking the argument age, which is the vector. So it says find me the mean of age, but it's saying NA because there are NAs. So we have to put in another argument. We have to tell it to do more, and you can always do something like this. So you can always go over here and scroll down to the bottom and see some extra stuff. We could assign it. It could say something like assign it to question 1. Sometimes I do stuff like that. So, but it's still going to be NA. Good answers, Curio right there. Great answers. But there might be something else I need to do right here. This is now a level 2 question for a coding exam. This is now a level 2 question for a coding exam. Like I've made it a little more difficult to be like, the vector has NAs in it. So what do we need to do? Close, Shreya. Good work, Shreya. Close. On the right track. This is an argument which has a logical condition. It's saying, I do not want to remove NAs, and that's the default value of it. So we're not trimming it. We won't deal with trimmed means. We could, but we add in this extra argument, and we set it to true. So now it's going to remove the NA values. So now if we look at what's stored into Q1, we have stored the value. So great job, Curio and Shreya right there. 20 points again. Just keep those answers coming in. So if you notice, we kind of start with the idea of like how to use functions, what are the different arguments for functions, And then the more practice you do, the better. And I ask questions on exams just like this. So if you have this code written, you could go into a worksheet you have or an R script and just search for something like mean and see when you ran the code and see different ways of running it. So the more you're in class coding with me, this is my like top suggestion. Then we're gonna do Walker's question. The more you're in class coding with me, writing the code, the more code you see. So if you get to the coding exams in 474, you're good. Now, what's the big part of 475's grade? A lot of 475 is going to be the projects. So what do you think is the key to doing well on the projects? Let's put this right here. Tips for coding. Since the tests are open note, come to class and practice coding since you can use all of this during the coding test. The more you have, the more you can search through. Tips for projects. The number one tips for projects is going to be start early. Ask Brian for help. I don't even know how to spell my name. It's got a capital. Ask Brian for help. So if you start early and you ask me for help, that's your number. Like anytime you're stuck on something, don't spend more than 5 minutes stuck. Will I email or Discord you back? Someone in the chat confirm. Will I email or Discord you back? If you're stuck on something and you're like, hey, this code's not running, I have no idea what to do, I don't understand this is a little bit vague, because I do that all the time, I will email you back. I will help you out. So start early. And as soon as you get stuck, be like, well, I need to get a little help from Brian. That's quite all right. That's why I'm a teacher. It's what I'm here to do. And I saw Walker had a good question right here. And Walker, so good to see you. I love seeing all the names of students I haven't seen in so long. Is the summer session condensed or just like it's faster paced? The goal, so let me write that down here so everyone can see. And please, more questions. Those are the only 2 questions we have so far. Then we'll talk a little 201. Hopefully we have some 201ers here. So the intent is to go through all the material. It is possible in some instances that we don't make it through all the material. If I have to consider condensing or speeding through material, I will always choose condensing. And this is where 201er, Liz, that's awesome. We're going to start here in like 3 minutes. Thank you, Liz. 20 points, Liz, right there. Thank you so much. If I have to choose condensing or just rapid firing material at you, I'm going to condense. If you feel like I'm rapid firing material, please let me know. Has anyone ever been in a class where people are like, slow down, Brian? Whoa. 1 or 2 classes have multiple students have been like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm like, okay, let's slow it down right here. Let's bring down the pace. This class is a conversation, as you can see, for the new and in 201. Cooper, so good to see you. 20 points, Cooper, right there. Oh, did you Discord? So this class is a conversation. Please let me know when it's too fast. Oh, there we go. Person got into the Discord. Please let me know when the class is too fast. Please let me know when things don't make sense. My email, how do I contact Brian? Let's put that on here. Do I contact Brian? Click my name on the Discord. Super quick way to get a hold of me. Probably the fastest and easiest way, and we can easily have it back and forth. Or email at bstevens@utk.edu from your UTK email. Please make sure it's from UTK email because someone could be like, hi, I'm in your class and I'm so-and-so. It just helps confirm identity. Like I understand it's like, oh, I use this email all the time, but it's just like a FERPA issue. Yay, FERPA. I mean, in a good way. I love our jokes. You're welcome, Shreyan. Thank you so much for being here. Any other last questions for 474, 475? Let me know what you're thinking. We talked about how to be successful in the class. Both 474, 475 right there. This is our guidelines for success. And then also we took some questions right here, but we'll just see if there's one more question. We'll put, do I have the timers? I do have my timers, right? We'll put 30 seconds on the clock right here and put on a little bit of music. I haven't heard my music in so long. But this is the online experience. Good, we have the music playing through. I'm gonna need to like up the music. It's interesting because like, Liz Cooper, what do you think about You know, I'm going to go out on a limb right here. I'm going to make Liz a moderator. I'm going to make Cooper a moderator. We haven't even talked about points and stuff like this. See, this Cooper. And then wait for the tiny and evil Brian. Yes. Are there any data? So, funnily enough, data camp. Let me go to the show you that. Good question, Kirsten, right there. Let's throw some points out. Data camp. Access and recommended courses. Let me see if they approved it finally. I'm gonna email them. Here it is right here. So I put this in a little while ago and it's still not approved, or unless, let's reload the page and pending. DataCamp is a free platform that allows us students to kind of go through and practice coding. Anything data mining, Kirsten, if you still have your access, I'm trying to get another. I put this in Sunday or Saturday, and I was kind of waiting to do all this till we had this. But I'm just like, oh yeah, I need to get the courses out mostly today and then finalize it over the weekend. But anything data mining, and you said 474, anything data mining, neural nets are great, regression, logistic. I'm gonna write down on the main page so that way people can see it. So trees, neural nets, validation. These are keywords I would look for. Predictive modeling, time series of your 475, excuse me. And I like dplyr, tidyverse. These are kind of my suggestions in this order, but I would go by that order, Kirsten. And this will give you a huge, if you do like the neural nets, validation, predictive modeling, regression, logistic regression, if you do these courses in DataCamp, you will have a superior knowledge. Like you'll really understand these topics in depth as we talk about them. It's not required, but it'll help supplement your knowledge. Yeah, great job. And Kirsten, I'm glad you still have access. I'm trying to get it. That's one thing I've been working on in the background. I probably need to email them right after this stream. That's got it. Thank you, Kirsten. Great job right there. 20 more points for those great questions. So with that, we're just going to do a little transition on screens right here and come back and talk about 201. Let's do it. Oh, dude, I did click the right button. So 201, so good to see you. Let me do a little 201 introduction right here. You ready? 2 seconds. Got to take the timestamp. 30. Introduction for 201. That's not good enough. We got to do better than that. We can do better. Here we go. 201. I'm going to introduce myself. Here we go. I don't know. I just look confused. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm Brian Stevens. So good to meet you, 201. We got the timestamp in here for people watching this in the future. Your class is asynchronous. So asynchronous means what? What does asynchronous mean? Let's go. Brian Stevens joins the battle. New character has arrived. So what does asynchronous mean? Let's head over to the main screen over here. What does, so one, the class is asynchronous. Asynchronous. Nope. Got an O. There we go. That's how you spell it. The class is asynchronous. What does that mean? A little scary right here. A little scary that it's asynchronous. So I'm going to give you my top advice right here. My top advice. Since the class is asynchronous, that means you never have to go to class. That's like, woo! Never going to class. But don't do that. Don't do that. The class is delivered via modules. I don't know how to spell anything. Via modules. The class is delivered via modules online. My brain's just, the coffee hasn't kicked in still. The class is delivered via modules online. So I'm going to have all that kind of, I'm just linking everything up, making sure everything's got it. You get points. And let me look at the syllabus. Did I upload the latest version of the syllabus for everybody yet? I had an issue where 201 wasn't working properly. So let me look and see if I have your syllabus currently available. I tell you what, I do have, who would like it right now? If we go ahead and just put the syllabus on here right now. I'm going to do this in the background here. We're uploading the syllabus as we talk. So get ready for the syllabus. And yeah, you don't get to see me live. So this is a great thing right here. Here we go. There is the syllabus. That is the right version. I had already created everything. I had to reset the course today. I was getting the My Pearson linked up. More on that in a moment. And let's go to link options. And you are about to see the syllabus. Okay, here we go. So this is the syllabus. And please ask any questions at any time. Is it going to show the syllabus? I thought I should click show inline preview. There we go. There's the syllabus. Syllabus is now loading up and should be available for you to see. Summer 2022, all this good stuff right here. I'm going to download it so I can see it on the main screen on the computer. But let's talk over the syllabus. So here we go. 5240, 201 syllabus. Okay, enable editing, and here we go. And please ask any questions, or if you weren't here live and you're seeing this, you can email me or join the Discord. More in a moment on that. So my email is bstevens@utk.edu. You can see right here where the office is located. It's on YouTube, so join in on the YouTube channel at any time. And I will have office hours. So my office hours, I'm going to have to double check because I'm preparing for the summer too. My office hours are every morning. My office hours are every morning. When are my office hours? I'll tell you the time here in a second. But when are my office hours? I'm a little afraid to show this because I'm an hour behind. When are my office hours? My office hours are going to be from 10:30 to kind of around noon. So who can tell me when my office hours start? I know you're seeing what's not 10:30 right there because I'm an hour behind everybody. I'm an hour in the past. So when are my office hours? Like if you're like, I need to find Brian, when are my office hours? Does anyone know when is Brian's office hours? When is Brian's office hours? Every single day. Now be careful if you're reading the screen, because remember Brian's in Texas. You might not have known that till now. When are Brian's office hours? You're like, I have no idea what's going on in the class. I'm stuck. I don't get this whole asynchronous thing. I need to talk to my teacher. I'm not distant. You can still find me on Discord. You can email me. You can swing by a video like this where I'm live. What time? Every single morning at what time? Now be careful reading the screen though. What time every single morning? Every morning. Great job, Cooper, right there, earning everyone 20 points. Great job, Cooper. 10:30 to 11:45. And like I kind of like sometimes I'm pretty crazy because I buffer it right up to the class, but usually I have like that 15 minutes. And where do you find me? Where do you go to possibly find me? You would go, if you were trying to find me, you would just go directly to the Stat 201 channel and you'll see it right here. You'll see that I'm live. So just like you did today, all you need to do is go to this channel that you're on right now. And if you go to the main page of the channel, you'll see me. Hey, good to see you right there. Aditya, good to see you. If you have questions, let us know. You'll just come right to this channel. And what are two other ways to get a hold of me? Like one, you could join in a live stream like this and you can just ask questions right here. But let's say you don't want to hop on a live stream. Like, I don't want to, chatting's not for me. What else could you do? What are two other things you could do? What are the two kind of other options you have? We'll kind of talk about those here too. I might do a briefer version of what we just talked about. But what are two other options you would have if you're like, I don't know about this whole live streaming thing. I just want to talk to my teacher. What are your two other options? Discord email worth 20 points. Great job right there. You are right. I'm going to make you a mod too. Discord email, exactly. So you can see my email address right there, bstevens@utk.edu. And also the Discord, which we talked about a little bit. We'll probably go through another quick preview of the Discord because I know a few people joined in. But Discord or email me or hop on a live stream and ask questions. Please, please, please ask questions anytime. I just want to be out there and let you ask questions. I'll answer. And I love putting the information out there for more people to see. So the purpose, all this good stuff right here, class delivery, delivered via modules. The modules alone are worth 15% of your grade. The modules alone are worth 15% of your grade. All you have to do is what the modules. And I promise they are not tough. I would take notes while doing them too. I'd take notes. I'd watch the supplemental videos. But 15% of your grade is just whatting the modules, which is really great news. 15% of your grade is just whatting the modules. Like, this is like, oh, dude, all I got to do is just do this. And I get 15% of my grade for free. I mean, still got to do it. All you have to do is what the modules. I got a word highlighted up there to help out. Just like 15% for doing this. This is done via SCORM analysis to see if you did it. All you have to do is what the modules. I do a lot of like answering of questions. So I know you saw it. I'm like, yes, they know it. They know they just have to complete the... All you have to do is complete the modules, which just means go through them. You'll see you get a completion. You'll see it in the gradebook. How do you know you completed the module? Go to the gradebook, you see you got 100, you're good. Does that make sense? You're like, did I complete it? Oh, I got 100, I completed it. So it should be pretty self-evident that you completed the modules. So if you have questions about it or you think it didn't count properly, please let me know. Great job right there, Liz. Complete those modules. Complete the module and you get 15% of your grade. So if you're really worried about the course, be like, 15% of my grade is like #show up. So we got that right there. Canvas is where the course is delivered. Now here's a huge thing right here that you should do. And do this right now if you haven't. Link to my Pearson. Okay, let's show this. You need to link Canvas to my Pearson. I'm going to show you how to do this right here, and this will be in announcements. So let me go over to where I can show you it. So you want to link Canvas to my Pearson. I have too many courses on my screen. That's why I get confused. I'm like, which one is the 201? Which one? With the real 201, please stand up. Okay, I found it, I think. I think I found it. Let me go ahead and give you the links so that you can link it and show you that. I have videos going over this, so if you're worried, if you're watching now, you should be able to get it linked. But also, you should be able to get it linked via the announcements I'll send out too. I just figured it'd be good to do this all live. Where is it? There it is, Vital Bookshelf. Got it. Okay. There's a whole bunch of things on this page that I'm going through right now. Nothing you can't see, but... Okay, so now, let's go over to the main page. What you should see if you go look at Canvas now is you should see the Vital Books course materials. You've probably done this before. And I do have a video I'll be sending out in the announcement to walk you through this, but we'll show it right now. What you will do, since this class has inclusive access, is simply click this right here. Now, I'm not going to see what you see. I'll see it from the instructor side, and I already have the course created in it, so it's going to kind of link everything. But it doesn't show anything bad. But I would go to the launch course and be inside the course. You'll go through the kind of connecting your Canvas to my Pearson. Are there any questions on this? Because this, as small and simple as it is pretty major. Are there any questions about linking my Pearson to Canvas? I'll have an announcement with just a standalone dedicated video saying like, this is how you link it. And the video just walks you through the steps. It's like a 3-4 minute video and just shows you the steps. The key thing right here is you need to link it. This is how you will do your assignments. And the assignments are a large portion of the course. So going down right here, you can see we use My Pearson for your homework assignments. You will have course notes posted to the modules. That's where your course notes can be found. And here's a really great part. Now check this out. Liz, Aditya, and I think we have Cooper here. You are already getting hours and points. And I'm going to do something crazy right here. You ready for this? I am going to do something absolutely crazy. I'm giving you 1,000 points. Now tell me, that 1,000 points I gave you brings you a lot closer to the what, which would give you half a point. Oh, you're not, oh, that's fine. Well, thank you for saying that too. We'll keep you being a good moderator. We like it. You're an external viewer. We're so glad to have you here. Thank you for swinging by. The classes are done via private or unlisted links. The office hours are done via live links. So we're just good to have it. We're glad to have you here if you're just hanging out and talking and being nice to everybody. I'm going to do this today. Yeah, don't worry, though. I'm going to trust you. I like you. Oh, River Snow, of course. River Snow, good to see you, of course. Yeah, then we're keeping you as a mod, of course. River Snow, good to see you. Well, then 100%. You, of course, you maintain. I was thinking of taking it away, but since you said you weren't a student, but no, 100% keeping your mod powers. Of course, you get to keep it. I know who River Snow is. Good to have you here. But with this, so Liz, you're super excited because why? What is so good? What could you get from these points? What do these points equate to? What do these points become eventually? What do these points grow into? What do these points become? What becomes of all the points? They eventually could become what for the class? Any ideas on that? What do the points eventually become? They could turn into good to see you, Lulu. They could turn into extra credit, extra points, a full extra point. And that 1,000 points right there brings you 10% closer. How do you get points? I click the point button and you get extra credit. Now, we probably need to, let me put a segment in here. Who is MuBot and what does he do? So if you didn't know, while I do the videos, I put down the segments so I can put the timestamps in. So if you missed anything in this video, you can come back and see what's going on right here. So let's do a segment called Who is MuBot and what does he do? So who is MuBot? Who is MuBot? What does he do? Okay, 2 seconds right here.
I am MuBot. No, Brian, my voice has changed. Turn off the music. Fix my voice, Brian. MuBot's voice has changed back to regular MuBot. There we go. I am the bot that controls all your points. Whenever Brian hits the points button, you get points. You are welcome, Liz. There are more points. You can check your points at any time by typing !points. You can even say hello to me and I will say hi to you. You can ask me for jokes. You can ask me for pints. There are so many things I can do, even pointa. So many ways to check your points and see what's going on. Even coming into the stream and saying howdy, I will talk to you. MuBot is here at all times talking to the class. I am MuBot. Does anyone have a question for MuBot? Can MuBot be larger, Brian? Yes, I can. There we go. MuBot is now his full MuBot self. What are questions for MuBot? Liz is checking out their points. If you get 5 hours, you get half a point on your grade. Yaokui, great to see you here. Points have been reset, but hours have not. More points. MuBot requires relaxing music. There we go. Sometimes MuBot beatboxes to the music. MuBot is overheating. MuBot must leave before overheat. Goodbye.
MuBot's socially awkward like me. I used the wrong account. So that's MuBot. So MuBot is a bot that tracks the points. You have to talk about every 15 minutes. Get those 40 points. Let's throw more points out there. So you have to talk about every 15 minutes. Does that make sense to get points? So make sure to just interact every once in a while. MuBot forgets about you if you don't talk every 15 minutes. He thanks you too. So if you want to get points and you're in the Statuon class, you're not required to use your own name on YouTube. So Liz, you're fine. Just make sure I know at the end of the semester, like, hi, I'm so-and-so in the class. That way I can connect your name to the person in the class. So you're not required to use your name here on YouTube. You can be whatever you want, as long as it's appropriate. And your hours, your points, all those things. You see I'm streaming live, you join in, you get some points, you're good to go. You join in, you get some hours, you're good to go. And this is all bonus. And I really think it's one of the best ways to interact and just ask questions. So just let me know whenever you have questions. It's the way it goes. Jump is the software we use. Got all the links. I'll be sending out announcements about how to download Jump and all that good stuff right here. So stay tuned for that. It's probably just gonna be better if I send you the announcement. I've got a dedicated video to it. Here's the topics we'll be covering. This is where the course gets difficult. At this point right here, not every topic after it is difficult, but these first few chapters right here are things like how to find the mean, how to find the median, how to make a histogram, how to look at a pie chart. I think my issue sometimes is that students are like, oh, this course is so easy. It's like the easiest course I've ever taken in my life. I'm just dividing a few numbers. This course is not meant to be super difficult, but it does get more challenging. Like if you want to talk about the challenging chapters in this course, it's going to be things like linear regression. I teach a whole course on that. Probably sampling models. That one is a really tough chapter for many students. Even for myself teaching it, I had to do a little bit. And then the testing down here. Good news is the end of the semester is a lot of repetitive material. But I've highlighted probably some of the toughest chapters. There's some easier ones sprinkled in between this, like where sample surveys is more of a memorization chapter. Like what is a simple random sample? What is a cluster? What is a stratified? What is convenience bias? This is more of a note cards chapter. Like if you take down and practice the terms, you'll memorize it. This is a very mathy chapter, not complex math, but that one's more mathy, and confidence intervals and stuff go very conceptual. So I think the start of the course is very easy. Get some really great grades in, and anytime you're stuck on something, let me know. Now, one thing I want to point out, we'll finish off the syllabus, and I'll point out, we're dropping assignments. So take a look at this right here. What percent for 20 points, hint, hint, what percent of your exam 2 assignments are dropped? What percent, just algebra. Yeah, good question, Liz, right there, 20 points. It's just mainly algebra. No calculus. We won't be doing calculus. No differential equations. But sometimes you're doing a little more like squaring, dividing, doing a few steps to a problem. No real advanced math. No calculus in the class. What percent of your exam 2 assignments are dropped? Which is like, what? Really? What percent of exam 2 assignments are dropped? We drop 20%. 20%. When it's only 1. See, it doesn't sound as cool as you say 1. We drop 1 assignment. If I say 20%, you're like, what? 20%, 22%. 20%, great job right there, Liz. So it's pretty good, right? You can if you want, Matt. I highly approve of that. If you want, I will help you do every single assignment with R&R Studio in 201. Like, I will explain how to do that. I think it's a great way to get it advanced in analytics. Not required. And the modules don't really show how to do it. But if you want, I will explain how to do every single one of them. There's luckily limited visualizations. There are projects. Do not cheat on the projects. There's Canvas content quizzes, which you get 2 attempts at. Sometimes I increase those attempts. This is always like the minimum, the lowest with 2 of the lowest dropped. Is there 2 attempts? Sometimes I increase the attempts. But there'll be 10 Canvas content quizzes. Canvas content quizzes show you the test questions, not all of them. But Canvas content quizzes, one of the best things about them is that the questions are drawn from the what bank. So Canvas content quizzes could literally be on the what. Like if you see a Canvas content quiz where it's like, correlation is not causation, true or false. And you're like, oh, that's true. Correlation is not causation. That is a question you might see on the what, because it's drawn from that same bank of questions. Now, it's not like every single question on this will be on a Canvas content, but these are quizzes that you get to do on your own time, that are open note. And these questions on Canvas content could appear on your what, which is like, maybe I should write them down. Like any of those I see, or if I see Brian working one in office hours, I might write that down and like practice it and make sure I know it like this. Like correlation is not causation. That is a true statement. A simple random sample enumerates everything in the population and has us draw them at random. Any of these Canvas content quiz questions could be on the exam. Great answer right there. Liz, great job today. Keep those answers coming in. So if you're wondering what might the exam look like, the exams are done via Proctorio, which is just a test monitoring, where you get recorded while doing the test. And the best way to know what the test looks like is to look at the Canvas content. That's going to show you what the tests are like because it draws from Canvas content questions. Tests are multiple choice, true, false, numeric entry, all the types of test questions we can write with minimum long response or short answer response. There are a few interpretation questions on the test. Visualization assignments are where we'll use JUMP along with the projects. Please do not cheat on the project. Please do not. It makes my life not fun. I really mean that. Like, I do not enjoy looking for cheating. I do not enjoy finding it, and I do not enjoy working with student conduct, who's super nice. I hate to help tell them I don't like working with them. I just don't like it. They're super nice. They make it as nice as possible, but please do not cheat. What do I mean by cheating? Don't send somebody any electronic copies of your work. Don't read your work aloud to people. You say, why would you say that? I've had people who said I didn't send it. I just read it to them and they wrote it down. Don't do that. Correlation not. Ooh, I like the Curios doing a little R notation right there. Oh, thank you so much. You're always welcome to be here. Just swing by any time. I love it. Thank you for the high compliment. Yeah. Aw, River. So good to see you here. You're welcome here anytime, and I love it. And we'll maintain the mod. I love it. Exams. Your exams are going to be via Proctorio. If you have issues, what should you do? You're trying to log in. Your internet's got a problem. Maybe you got like phone access or something. You can somehow do this. Something's going wrong on exam day. What should you do immediately? Something's going wrong on exam day. I might answer this one. Immediately contact me. Just immediately. Just like right away be like, hey, Brian, tree fell on my house. I've had students send me, unless you're contacting me every exam, like another tree fell on my house on exam day. I mean, that could happen. Lightning strikes twice, you know. But please just contact me as soon as possible. We get it worked out. We extend it, or we just figure out a way to make it work. I promise I understand. That just watch out on being like, it's 11:58 at night and things aren't working. The sooner you contact me, the better, and we can just make more exceptions. Like the day after, there's probably going to be a penalty to say, oh, yesterday was really bad. Please tell me that. The sooner the better, even if it's the day after. But if the morning you wake up and you're really sick or something, please just let me know. I mean, if you go to the hospital, then obviously wait and just send, we'll work with the dean of students and stuff. But if you're in the hospital and it's really serious, at that point, you shouldn't be contacting me. You should be putting yourself first. There are instances where our class obviously comes second, third, fourth to life. But in instances of power problems, things like that, where you can contact me, please do. And then we'll work it out. But I have been doing this a while, and I've had students who had to go to the hospital around or on exam days. I've been called by parents to say, hi, my child's in the hospital. I'm like, oh, no. That's serious. Oh, no. Like, that's horrible. But thank you to the parents and everyone who's helped. Late assignments, there's penalties for things like some assignments like visualizations and stuff. Here's the grade breakdowns. If you notice, the exams are only worth 1 watt of your grade. This is really great news right here. If people are worried about your grade, let's put a big thing right here. How to ace the class. How to ace 201. We're going to put a note right here, and then we're going to do the preparing. Thank you, everyone who's been watching. So how to ace 201. There's a segment right here. How do I ace 201? The exams are only worth what of your grade? So if you add this up right here, what do you get? 20 points on the line again. The exams are only worth what of your grade? What percent? 1/3, 33%. Perfect answer right there. So everything else on here, I will help you with. Every single part of this, I will help you with. Module completion, I guess I lied. I can't help you with that. I guess, I don't know, I make it available. So you have to go on and complete the modules. It's worth more than any exam, just completing the modules. So get that done. Oh, good to see you here. Oh, that's awesome. This is the idea of streaming class. Yeah, no, I really hope it catches on. Thank you so much. We're just throwing out some points for you, saying some nice things. That's very kind of you. Projects, I will help you walk through your projects right here. So we will walk through. If you're stuck on your project, you can email your project to me. I will look it over. Just email it to me with enough time, like preferably 24 hours beforehand. My lab quiz group, that right there, the biggest help for the My Pearson lab stuff. Check this out. If you go to the Stat21 YouTube channel, we're going to go over here, and you are stuck on a My Pearson assignment, and you go to the playlists, you will see, there's a lot of playlists right here. Where is it? Quizzes, Canvas content quiz, randomness quiz help. Oh, where's the assignments? I've got an assignment. I have too many playlists. Homework. Did I call it homework? Oh, you know what it might be? We might not have loaded in. I have too many playlists. Stat201 homework help. Boom. There it is right here. So these are all videos right here going over the homework assignments. and they're labeled. I think the chapters are properly labeled now, but you have tons of homework help videos. Good question, Yak. We could double check. It will remind me after. We'll hop back to 474. I think it is. I think there's no C- in 474. I think that's the key difference. Off the top of my head, our upper level BAS 474 classes don't have a C-. So good news, no C-. You either get a C or a D+. So hopefully you're on the C side. I mean, I don't think you'll be on a C, but for those in that area of grade range, yep. So if you're needing help, the videos are labeled accordingly. If you can't find a video, let me know. But if you're doing correlation chapter 6, you can hop on here and see me explain how to do the problems. So there's usually a video. Now, let's say you can't find a video. You could come to live office hours and I will work problems. If you go to the channel, you'll see when the semester was ending. So we'll scroll down to here. Oh, that was the Dear Kelly. Office hours right here. You could always check office hours video or search the channel. But here we are with chapter 14, the waitress tips question, which is really tough. But this is a video where I walk through and explain how to work this problem and just show you the steps. So anytime you're stuck on a problem, let me know. I'll walk through, I'll explain the problem, I'll go over the concepts. But I also have videos walking through each one, and I do try to timestamp the videos. So the MyLab quiz is right there. The number one thing is probably going to be, like, if you're stuck on them, find a video. Email me for help. The Canvas content, I also make videos on these. They are open notes, so write down the questions, practice them, because they could appear on the test. So if you're acing the Canvas content, that's going to help you for the test. Visualizations, you can email me, you can Discord me, you can ask for help. And also, I'm pretty sure, I've got a command in here with MuBot. We have a visualization playlist. We don't do all the visualizations these days. MuBot, do you know about the... He does know about the visualization playlist. So, I went away from it. Oh, darn it. 2 seconds here, everybody. I made an error. Oh, might hear some Brian and Brian. Okay. The visualization playlist is right here. And here you go. Now we're in the visualization playlist. And you can go through here. The first one taking a random sample. I show the steps using jump. So if you're stuck on a visualization, the visualization playlist has all of them. And you also get to see fun things like Brian as the Joker. Is that this one? There we go right there. There's Brian as the Joker. Yeah. So for the first day, so the Math Tutorial Center, they don't do Stat 201. Great, Liz, such great questions today. The Math Tutorial Center doesn't do Stat 201. They might help you. Like, we don't send people there. Like, I'm not saying go there, but if someone happened to go there, they might help because they do Math 115. But we're the Haslam College of Business, and so if you want help, join in a live stream, and I'll work through any problem. Because a lot of your grade is based on my Pearson, and I will literally work any problem step by step. All these things I'm highlighting in green right now are all things on my Pearson. I guess it's just that 23% of your grade, and I will do any problem you ask. Like, even if it's on a quiz, and I'll work through it. I won't just show the answer, but that 23% right there, I will work through. And there's playlists, there's videos of them. Or if you email me and say, hey, Brian, I'm really stuck on this. Where's a video for it? Or could you do this during office hours? Because I'm busy, I've got an appointment, or I work, kids, you name it. Just let me know and I'll find you a resource or I'll help you walk through it. But I just want people to note this asynchronous class, they're not alone. There's the grading scale, accommodations, all that good stuff. And we'll finish up over here. Huge shout out to everyone who's been here. So link my Pearson. I would download Jump. And let me show you the Getting Started in 201 playlist. I should have showed that earlier because I've got a Getting Started in 201. You'll get announcements on this, I promise. So Getting Started in R, Getting Started in Stat 201. Should put this to start. So here's the Getting Started in Stat 201 playlist for Liz and others. Here we'll go, connecting my Pearson and getting started. So Liz, I would go through this right here. And here's the Getting Started playlist right there. So Liz, go to this and you want to connect Canvas to my Pearson, which we talked about earlier. You want to download Jump, and then it's got some basic stuff afterwards. Really just those two tasks. Get your My Pearson connected and then download Jump. and get Jump installed. If you do those things, you should be good to go. And then you're going to see the lectures start appearing and the assignments start appearing. So then you want to start just following the lectures, following the assignments. And it's going to be a pretty consistent thing. It's a little over a month, I think, or a little less than a month. I think the 7th we end on. So it's a little bit less than a month. So it's pretty consistent daily work. But just consider it like Jump, a computer software or like an iPhone app. It is computer software, Mac or PC. Let me know if you have any issues. We can find workarounds and I can help with the installation. You'll go to the OIT UTK downloads. Do you have a Mac or PC, Liz? Which one, Mac or PC? And then I'll put that direct link for you right here, depending on which one you have. And just thank you so much. This has been a really good PC. Awesome. So here's the PC. It says the older version of Jump. You want to download Jump 16. I'm going to put download Jump 16. And here's the link right there for you, Liz. That will bring you directly to this video. It's just a 2-minute video or 2-minute, 20-second video and shows you how to go and download it and install it and unzip the files. If you run into any problems, better than Mac, exactly. If you run into any problems, let me know and we'll get you good to go right there. I think, let me double check. What other advice do I have? Download Jump. Next, we have join the Discord because Discord is awesome. We know that, right, River? Discord is great. And to join the Discord, let me go back to the video. Yeah, we have a few more people have joined. So to join the Discord, let me go grab the link again. Discord invite. And let's go right here to invite link. Never, no limit. Generate new link, copy. Okay, invite link. Hey, hi, good to see you here. Of course. Thank you so much. Hi, Win, good to see you. Discord link. Okay. Let's draw some 20 points random student right here. And so there's the Discord link right there. Now, when you join, kind of a quick tutorial right here of what you will see. What you want to do, there we go. Got the video back up. You will see this page right here, which just kind of has the general, like you're joining Stat Nation. Do you want to join? So go ahead and click through. I think Dylan shows what to do right here. So you just click the X. I haven't seen this in a long time. You probably click the authentication. I'd probably click right there. Dylan might actually do that. Let's see. He's talking over the video right now, but I don't have him playing. So I think he's going to click the authenticate. Oh, here he goes. So he's clicking to the authenticate since you have to authenticate. Now, under the authenticate, this is what you will do. You're in the authentication channel right now, and you want to go down to the bottom, which is where you write text, and you type auth and then your net ID. So Dylan's going to type his net ID right here. And what this does is this sends an email to you with a verification code. So our business bot is going to send you an email. You'll see right here it says, it'll appear here in a second, check your UTK email address, which he just did right there. Check your UTK email for your verification code. So if you do this step, you'll see it just emailed you. You have to put in your net ID right here, and then it'll email you. From there, you will get an authentication code, and you will take that authentication code and do $verify. So now you go down here, $verify, and enter in the code. Oops. Once you enter this in, it will verify you, and you will get to see the full Discord. Now with this right here, you will need to select a class role. And let me go ahead and put this video in the chat since I am going a little bit quickly. This is our second time doing this, so I'm going a little quicker. So there's the Discord instructions right there in the chat. Huge shout out to Dylan for making this video for us. Once you do this, you want to select a class role, and then you can talk to students. And you want to click the buttons on the bottom. Are there any questions right now about this? This is just kind of like a GroupMe. GroupMe allows students the ability to communicate with each other easily, and we use a Discord, and you can just join a channel, talk to students. You'll see if you click the Stat 1 role, you can now talk to Stat 1 students. So any questions about how to do this, how to utilize this, what it is there for? It's just kind of like, hey, I want to ask someone what's going on in class, or I want to message Brian, which I'm right up there. You can see it just says be Steven's teacher. You click my name, you're messaging and talking to me. Any questions about this right here? It might be good. We showed it earlier. So if you're wondering for a little bit slower of a preview, you want to go over here and go to the timestamp, which is down at the bottom for the Discord, which is at 27 minutes in. We went through a 10-minute preview of it. So I guess we're on to the last question portion right here. Please realize you can ask questions at any time here, but this is really going to be it. I would say email Brian or Discord with any questions. bstevens@utk.edu. So if you ever have questions or anything, please email me. Please Discord me. Please join a live stream and just be like, hey, Brian, I'm stuck on this. This doesn't make sense. How do I do this? Don't worry, stuck for 5 minutes, let me know. But who all is still here and what questions do you have? It's time for your questions and my answers to them right here. What questions do we have? Who has any questions? I'm so glad we had a few people join by today. Really nice words by everybody. Didn't even go to college. I just wanted to say, I think this idea of live streaming class, like more of a streamer than a teacher, is pretty cool. Well, thank you. Just all the comments are so nice. We're here to promote positivity. That's what we do. We got things like Wacky Wednesdays. Crash, you want to show them Wacky Wednesdays? Crash is doing some Wacky Wednesdays.
Wacky Wednesdays.
This is your questions on 201. Or you can ask questions at any time. So we're just going to go here and put a little your questions for 201. A lot of randomness here on our channel. Lots of randomness. Whether it be puppet sharks, tiny puppet sharks, Crash, different random things, rainbows. I think the rainbow doesn't go away. Just your imagination. All the fun things here on Step to One. And that's why I join in a live stream. Say, hey, just if you see me streaming live, just join in, ask questions, let us know. We'll see what questions. Well, I'll put the 2-minute timer on. 2 minutes left on the clock. I just asked a question on Discord. Awesome. Let me go grab that Discord question. With it being asynchronous, are exam dates flexible? Let me turn off the timer. With it being asynchronous, are exam dates flexible? Such a great question. Liz, another 20 points. Okay. And the answer is exams are given during a 24-hour period. During this period, you will have 90 minutes after starting one of the 3 exams to complete it. If you have issues, contact Brian immediately. So I guess they're kind of flexible. Does that make sense? Like, it's not like you have to take it from 5 to 6:30. I need to send a photo. Oh, yeah. Let me go look at that here. I'll double check. Thank you so much, Yakui. That's such a great job sending it on Discord since you need to send that. And I'll take a look here at that in a second. Does that answer it well for you, Liz? So they're I mean, like you don't have to be like, I got to be here at 8 p.m. If you have an issue with the test day, like, hey, Brian, I'm at a wedding, or I'm going to be out of town and don't have internet, just let me know at the start of the semester or like a week in advance, and we'll be like, okay. I usually have people take it like before, so that way it's not like they get extra time. It's not like to be disadvantaged, but with the test dates, and you'll see the test dates, I should have that finalized this weekend. If you have an issue with the test date, let me know. We'll get it worked around. It usually means you're taking the exam like the night before. But just let me know. I always love chill music. I think we'll play this one right here. Let's see. Go look at the question right here. I think I found it. Okay, wait. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, all the missing. I think I see that right there. Yeah, sorry. Oh, what happened is... Oh, wait, 474. That's what it is. Okay. Look at the video and try to finish homework 0 so assignment. Doesn't need... Yes. Assignments. Let me put this for everybody. It kind of applies to everybody. Great question, Yakui, right there. So let's see. Assignments. There we go. Assignments say they are missing or late. Okay. What? Ooh, what? Oh, there we go. That was weird. I have not currently set all the due dates. I am finalizing it this weekend, and you will see assignments and due dates appear. Up here? Up here? Chad, good to see you here. Oh, thank you so much, Chad. Chad Crothers, awesome to see you here. 20 points, Chad, appearing. So, the assignments have not been kind of synced properly. I was waiting for data camp for 475 and 474, and data camp was just like, we're gonna wait. And I was like, well, darn it, I gotta do it. Summer vacation's over, but I'm excited because I don't know, I miss seeing everybody and talking to everybody. But don't worry about that. Things are gonna change over the weekend. You're gonna see the course kind of reformulate. So don't worry about that right there. Everything will kind of reformulate and readjust a little bit. Does that make sense right there, Yakui? Let me know if you have questions. And thank you so much for asking that on Discord. I'll be updating due dates this week at the latest. Yeah. Awesome. Good question. Yeah. Any other last questions? Ask them. Whether it be good question, kind of a 201, 475, 474 crossover. Every class. It's exciting. It's as much as I try to make it so I can just like copy the course from semester to semester and just go with it. There's always like a disconnect. Like it has a thing to like change due dates, but then like, did you teach like a 4-month course or is it a 1-month course? Nothing ever copies properly. I think Liz, Yakui, and Chad, everybody's so great to see you here. We're gonna throw out some 50 points if you stay till the end. I know I gave 1,000 points, but that was when we saw. So grade will follow the Canvas score percentage. Yes. Yeah, I don't think I'll be changing anything on that. It should, everything will set up. Have you taught this? Have I taught this summer class before? Yeah, it's a great question right there, Liz. Have I taught this summer class before? Love that. Good question. Have I taught? Yep. Oh, there it goes. Yep. I have been teaching for a long time. Yep. I have been teaching online for 8 years. I think about it. It's either 7 or 8 years. I have taught in the summer for almost, I want to say 10 years. I've taught the asynchronous course. Actually, I developed it. So I developed and taught version 1.0 and 2.0 of this course. And that's 2015/2021 respectively when we did the update on it. So the material is created through Articulate Storyline. If you see a problem with the material, please let me know. We didn't renew the license because we're not creating more stuff right now. But I created the material you'll be using, so I hope you find it to be high quality material. And please, if you don't, please let me know. If you're like, this is the worst material I've ever done, Brian, I'll be like, oh no, I should have done better. But the material you see is created from me. So yeah, any questions you have or any comments or thoughts are always welcome. So grade will follow the Canvas percentile. Exactly. Canvas shows your grade. I don't know what's going on with my word. Canvas shows you're welcome. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I love it. It's just, it's fun. It's like that the person who came in and said this is more like streaming than teaching. I think they're right. Like you can't teach if you're not talking with somebody. And by talking with, I don't mean I'm the only one talking. So we're having a conversation here, and then that's where the teaching happens, where questions go back and forth. So will the grade? Yep. Canvas will show your current grade. Computer's being weird. Canvas will show your current grade 100%. I think it's the copy paste doing it. Canvas will show your current grade. Exactly. It'll be accurate. It will be accurate. There's a new button I need to click. There is the last question I got. C on your BS. When I try to sign, what to do? Contact the business advising. Contact business advising or email me and I'll get you in contact with them. So contact business advising. Good question right there. Any last questions? There's the 201 questions right there. We're going to try to Ghost Vault 13. Good questions. I mean, I love all the classes. It's like children almost. It's like I love all my classes in different ways, but we started, we'll circle back to where we started. So 201, don't worry. This is kind of the, I don't want to scare anybody, but the coolest things we can do, especially with code, is you can just use code to grab stocks. Like if you wanted to, what's a stock? Tesla, is that Tesla? Is that Tesla? There we go. We're storing into Pepsi. We don't want to store Tesla into Pepsi. You could take a look at Tesla. Did it start in 2015 or is it possible to get that? And you could plot the Tesla stock very quickly by downloading it. Oh no, let's get Pepsi again. So all we're doing is changing the name of the stock right here to get it. And oh no, is it get symbols, PEP? There we go. And actually this time let's get Tesla. It doesn't like that sort of object in this. And here we go. Now there is Tesla. Wow, you could have made, it definitely scared you. Oh, no. Oh, here we'll end with this. You ready? Here, I'm going to teach you one thing on coding to end the class, Liz. You ready? So this is Tesla, which if you had bought them early, Tesla's kind of had its huge growth period. But my gosh, could you imagine if you bought Tesla back in 2019? Woo! That'd be a lot of money right there. So let me end with this. You ready? Okay, so we're going to throw out 100 points for each answer to end here. We're ending huge. Some fireworks. Okay. I want you to write code. You ready? You're like, I can't do it. You got it, though. I'd want you to code 2 plus 2. Tesla, I know, right? I want someone to code 2 plus 2 for 100 points. This is code. See, that's not code. It is code. I want you to code 2 plus 2. For 100 points, I want you to code 2 plus 2. I want you to code 2 plus 2 for 100 points. So I promise I'm not doing a trick question. And you actually are writing code. How do I speak code? So that's the answer to the code. That's the output of the code. Great answer, Liz. 100 points just for that answer. We love all answers here. So not the answer to the code. So don't worry. I promise I'm not trying to trick you. I want you to write the code of 2 plus 2. So just as I'm saying, like 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2. That's Met. You got it 100%. Met, another 100 points right there. 2 plus... So even I got to make some errors. There we go. Liz got it too. 100 points again. I said 100 points, so we're keeping to those words right here. We have just coded 2 plus 2, and now the computer evaluated the code. Does that make sense what's going on right here? I wrote the code 2 plus 2, and then I ran the code, and it told me 2 plus 2 is 4. So now we're going to go 2 more things. We're going to go a tiny bit more advanced. So Met, if you want to do this for the class, you're more than welcome to. Because we can do some really cool things in 201. But Liz, you won't be doing this. And Liz, I'll even show you jump after this to maybe quell any anxiety. But watch this. I'm going to store name as Brian. So do you see how I wrote this code right here? Where I said name, left arrow, and that's called a string right there, Brian. So now name is Brian. Does that make sense that the thing name right there is Brian? So if I said print... or I said paste, and I say, my name is name. It says my name is Brian. Because the thing name is Brian. Yes or no, does that logically make sense? Because I'm going to ask you to do something here next. Does that make sense why paste is saying my name is, and then it puts where name is, because that's an object right here. You can update. I'd update. That makes sense. Liz, great job right there. So Liz, you ready? Here's the big question. I want you to take that 2 plus 2, and I want you to store it into the word for. So I want you to, it'll be an object actually, but I want you to use the word for, and I want you to store 2 plus 2 into it. It is the same. Matt, great answers right there. It is the same as equals. It assigns it to that. So that's what it's doing. Great job right there, Matt. Good answer. So it's going to assign the value. So I want you to take and store into the word for, which is called an object, 2 plus 2. See if you can do that. So you want to store into for. You want to store into it, because I say that's a store into. And you want to store 2 plus 2 into for, the word for. So try that. This is like the last thing right here. The last big question worth 100 points. So you want to, inside of for, store. Met, you got it. That's it. And see how we're using the syntax to kind of understand what's going on? Liz, another 100 points. That's exactly it. And so watch this. Do you know what we can do now that we've said this is 4? We can now say 4 plus 4. And guess what we get? We get 8. So now the object for is the value for, is the integer value 4 because it knows that. But if you want to get really wacky right here, you say to someone, you know what 5 plus 5 is? Last question for another 100 points. What is, we just went wacky here at the end. What is 4 plus 4? What does 4 plus 4 equal? You tell someone, you're like, you know what 4 plus 4 equals? I just found out today that 4 plus 4 equals what? Be careful what 4 is. I wish we did, Liz. We don't. And if you want to, you can. I'll walk through these examples and kind of talk about these basics. I love doing this kind of stuff. Coding is the most fun to me because you can just do anything you want. You can do weird things like this. Who knows what 4 plus 4 is equal to? Be careful because that's 4. Yaku, you're right. 4 plus 4 is 10. What? You could write a sentence right here and you could say, did you know? So you go paste. This puts together strings. Did you know 4 plus 4 plus 4 is, and then we could say here, we could go is, oh my gosh. And then we can put the second argument here, 4 plus 4. And then it'll say, oh, wait, what did I do? Not found. Whoops, does not like that a value? Do I have to put that in parentheses? Oh, ooh, someone should catch 2 plus 2 plus 2. I didn't do a capital. If you saw what happened right there, it's case sensitive, we call it. So I missed the capitalization. So 4 and 4 are not the same thing, and it has autocomplete. So don't worry, we don't do this in 201. Maybe all of a sudden I'll see like 20 people just drop the class. This is not what we do in 201. I'll show you what we do in 201. We'll just show a quick thing of that. Thank you everyone for being here, just relaxing and chilling today. So what we use in 201, who knows what program we use for 100 points? Just going crazy at the end. Who knows what program, 3-letter word, does not have a U in it? Like, instead of like doing like this, what program do we use that you should install? What program do we use that you should install for 100 points? Who knows the name of the program we use in 201? Jump right there. That's where the 100 points. This is what Jump looks like. Jump is software that uses SAS. SAS is a coding language. No worries. 100 points again. We just like throwing points out of here. So you could do the same examples we were doing where we had like an age vector. And you could take this data right here and go to Analyze. Wrong button. Analyze, Distribution, and then click the mean. Now here's the really good thing. Anytime I do stuff like this, I have videos going through each one of these examples. So we do calculate the mean by hand. We don't calculate things like Q3 or Q1, which are the third quartiles, 3 quartiles of data. 3/4 is 75%. 1/4 of data is 25%. You don't have to calculate these things by hand for your assignment. You can use Jump to calculate them like that. So if you get a My Pearson problem that says find the mean or find the median or find the standard deviation, all these values can be found with things like Analyze, Distribution. The neat thing about coding, though, and I have to say this, is if we have a vector, I'm just going to call it data. So this is just data. Does that make sense what I have right here? What is this? These are just numbers, right? I'm curious, you don't have to, yeah. But can you graph a rolling average with Tesla stocks with the value of the stock? Let's do that here next. We'll end with that. That's a great way to end. Let's do that next, River. You got it. So check this out. If you're worried about coding, I want you to find the mean of data. And to do a function, you put parentheses first. So how would we find the mean of data? So we put the function name right here, and then we put the argument right here. So how would we find the mean of data? Who can write this out? How would you find the mean of that data right there? That's data. That data word right there is data. So how would you find the mean of that data? So you need to call a function name. Probably we want to find the mean, so hint. And then we need to tell it what we want to take the mean of. So how would we find the mean of data? What would that code look like to find the mean of data? And you're going to see something really amazing. Once you know how to find the mean of data, you can do some really fun and easy stuff. How would we find the mean of the data? This is why I love coding. Hopefully someone's like, I didn't code. Matt, you got it right there. That's just it. We just go right here. And the name of the function is mean. And then the argument is what we're taking the mean of data. Well, guess what? You just found the mean of the data. What if we want to find the standard deviation, the range, the max, the min, the IQR, the is it variance for the variance, the quantiles. I'm thinking of everything I can run here that's just as instantaneous as this. The summary of the data just summarizes the data, finds you these values. And all these codes right here are just find me the mean of that data, find me the standard deviation of that data, find me the range of that data. So you have to know that the function is going to use the arguments as what it operates on. It's saying, I want to find the standard deviation of this. I want to find the range of this. What is this? It's just a vector of numbers. So it's just doing all that work for you right there. So hopefully it makes things find a little bit easier. And let's end off here. I'm going to put a note in the video here. Let's do rolling averages of stock. So you were curious here. Can you graph the rolling average of 20, rolling average with the value of the closing of the time? So here we go. Let's do stock example to end. And I bet you we can. So rolling average of stock example. We'll end with this right here. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Met. You're going to see a little bit more of coding right here because the number one thing to do is to always go to Stack Overflow. Let's go to rolling average of stocks in R. Here we go. There's a data camp on it. I don't want to do the data camp on it. Visualizing using time series in R using tidyquant. A moving average and rolling average are different, right? A moving average and rolling average are different. So wait, there's a moving average right here. Is a moving average different than a rolling average? I'm looking to see. We should be able to get it. Oop. Let's see if we got it. I think they're the same. Okay, good. Moving and rolling are the same. And so they're making their plot right here. They're making their plot window. Is that the rolling average? It looks like they've added some lines here. They're doing boundaries right there. That's interesting. I think this is the part where they add in the moving averages. So charting moving averages with multiple stocks at once. So we don't need the multiple stocks. So they've got a data frame right here. The Fang is a data frame they created earlier on. I've actually went through this a little bit here. Why is the moving average that high though? The blue and the red don't look to be going through there. Let's see. Let's try this. Okay. So we need the Fang data frame to make this work. And where did they create it? We could go grab our own stock after this. Here's the Fang. That's where they're piping it through still. The creation of the Fang, which I think is Facebook, Amazon, a bunch of other ones. AAPL, it's a bunch of stock. Where is Fang? Oh, here we go. Fang stocks. It's not the creation of it though. Data Fang. Okay, they already have it. And Tidyverse, Tidyquant. Okay. I want to make this work. I do have it. There's the Fangs. Promise means it promises it's there. Okay, so this is a data frame, a tibble rather, of stocks. Basically, just think of a tibble as an Excel spreadsheet. If you've ever seen an Excel spreadsheet, we're basically just looking at stocks right here with the date and the prices. So we should be able to do this. This is a tibble. Tibble stands for the class of object we're working with. And it says right here, it is a tibble. Class just means how it sees it. It says this is a type of thing, and it can then work with it certain ways. A lot of terminology right here. I promise we go a lot slower in class. We're just going to see if we can make a really cool chart right here. The code right here should work. I don't know if we need that one. Oh, it's all kind of mad at us. It gets mad all the time. Where is the moving average chart? Because it looks like we need that from the start. Charting multiple securities. Now, why is... Let me Google again real quick. Moving average with tidyquant. Their plot doesn't show it. Why would they do that? AAPL isn't stored right now, is it? Nope, of course I don't see it. Here we go. It's Apple, that's what it is, okay. So that's that. Okay, so we should be getting it. Examples. Literally this example page right here doesn't show the stock. And there it's a moving average of 50. It's an EVW, it's something estimated value weight moving average or something, EVWMA. Elastic value weighted moving average. Oh, take a look at this, River. There's all these options, and we're going to try to make this work right here. But for moving averages, they have all these options right here, whether it's a simple moving average, an exponential moving average, weighted, double exponential moving average, zero lag, volume weighted, elastic volume, and they're showing. I wonder why their plot is not showing. They're doing coordinates, so maybe we need to remove those. This is the code doing it right there. It should work. I don't see any reason why this shouldn't be working right now. So we're very close to the answer. We're very, very close. This is the way it can sometimes go in class. Oh, clode's not. So this means the code is not closed. Where did I run an error? Oh, it's got a plus. We did the. Oh, there we go. There we go. We've done it. There it is. So this is 2 lines right here. There's a 200. So if you want a 20 versus like a 50, and so color equals and hashtag FF8200. There's orange versus, oh, that, you can't really see the difference on that. There's blue. So there's orange versus blue on the weighted. Yeah, so there we go. We got the 2 moving averages right there. It looks like the orange is the higher one because it's a lot smoother. The higher you go on, yeah, it is. Yep. The higher you go on weighted averages or things like that, the smoother the line's going to get. Because if you think about 1 point by itself, it's a 1 point moving average because the average of 1 point is 1 point. So something is going to be the most volatile with 1 point. But and then you also notice we don't get the series starting till here because it probably needs about 200 points. I think it's doing a window going up to it, I guess. Sometimes moving averages will do a window around the point, but it's not doing that because the series ends with it. So it's doing up to that point. Some moving averages take a window around the point. Some moving averages go before the point. But since it can calculate at the end, the window has to be going up to the point. Hence why we're not getting any calculations of moving averages at the start. But the smoother one is the higher parameter for the moving average because you get more of an average value across. Yeah, this is really neat. And we should be able to do things like with these arguments right here. I know I love this kind of stuff. We've kind of went on a tangent, but I love it. We should be able to go LWD, which is line width. Can we? Yes, we can. Of course we can. A lot of code has similar structures, and we're going to try one more thing after this. We're just making it a little bit easier for people to see our lines. Line width. We can change the style of the line. There we go. Our lines are a little bit easier to see. And now, last but not least, is it going to work? This is the big one. Let's call this graphic. So now, just like if Liz is still here, anybody, we've just stored that into a thing called graphic. Just like we were storing earlier, the letter 4. Yeah, you see, so this uses that same knowledge that I've now stored this thing graphic into graphic. So now this graphic, if I were to delete it off of here, is stored as graphic. Now, the really cool part of this, if this works, it's going to make my day, and we'll end with this. I keep saying it, but I love it, is a thing called Plotly. Plotly makes interactive graphics. So ggplotly, because this object is called a ggplot, which is the grammar of graphics is what ggplot stands for. So this is what's called a ggplot object. Now, ggplotly turns a ggplot into a plotly. And a plotly graphic is an inner... Oh, no, it didn't put in our lines. It has not been implemented yet, but it is interactive, but we don't get our other... people have not connected those codes. We get our interactive graphic, but we don't get the additional geometric moving average lines, which is such a huge bummer. I mean, maybe we could store that information elsewhere and then rerun it and take the values. No one's created that sort of implementation into Plotly, so that's a huge bummer. But you can create some really cool graphics really neat and easily, and this is one of the coolest codes that just takes a ggplot if someone's connected all the working wires between them. But yeah, so River, to your question, We've got the graphic created. That's stored it now instead of running it. But I think we've made a pretty neat graphic. And let's go here to GG title and say moving average for Apple, was it, right? So there's our title. And then we're going to center the title. Easy, GG. No, wait, GG easy. That's it. GG easy. And then we just add one more argument and go to easy center title. And there is our graphic, nice and neat. We'll make it nice and smaller. But we can do anything we want to this, make any graphic we want, and now we've plotted it. So this is the kind of fun stuff we get to do in more upper level courses. This is more of a time series analysis. But I think that's Apple we figured out. Maybe it's some stock. But here's the thing. I know I've went on and on and on. What we could do is we could literally, this is the last thing. This is it. I'm giving everyone another 100 points. If you want me to blow your minds, this is the cool part. We're going to take everything we just did right here, and we're going to make it super easy to do, because this was a lot. Watch this. We have a function here that gets a stock. So we're going to call this graph my stock. And somebody will input into this the name of their stock. They're going to put into it stock name right here. And so all we need to do then, I think this should work, is go right here, and they're going to input the stock name here. I should have just done find and replace. This might, I'm a little worried. Oh, and then it's going to store it into that. That's cool. Okay, cool. I think we're good. So now we got a function called graph my stock, and it might work. Let's cross our fingers. Okay, graph my stock has been created. Graph my stock. Graph my stock. Does it work? It does. Now, it does say Apple. And let's change this to moving average for your stock. River, do you have any stock you want us to graph right now, whether it be Facebook or what is your... Oh, it still says Apple. I need to rerun the code. Whoops. What is a stock you want? Because now you can graph any stock and it'll give you that stock. You just name a stock right here. Is it Microsoft? Is MSFT? Maybe. There you go. There's a moving average for that stock. All that code he written. Alphabet. What is Alphabet again? What is Alphabet? Google? Is it Googl? Alphabet is Google right there. There you go right there. Is it Alpha? We can type in anything, and this is the ease of the code right here. Oh, it might not be Alpha like that. Double check. It's saying it can't find it. I know Google is this, doesn't have the E on it, but we can get any stock we want, and we don't have to run all that code because I turned it into a function. So Liz, if you're like, oh, all this, like everyone's like, oh, this is a lot of work right here to get all of this. Well, now we just have one code to run, and we say, I want to graph Pepsi. We just put this in. Oh my gosh, I just keep thinking of things. River, check this out. You ready? Let me do this. Let me go to, I love coding. Read line, and let's do, stock name. Oops. And so now we go as dot character, and we go read line, and we say, what is the name? What is the ticker of your stock? And now we reevaluate. And we rerun the code, and it says, what is the ticker of your stock? And we type PEP, and it should do it. Yeah. So now the code, whoops, it tried to autocomplete on me. Facebook. There we go. So now the code itself doesn't take any arguments. All you have to do is run the code right here, and it asks the user, what is the name of your stock ticker? And then you just go down here and you enter in MSFT from Microsoft, and it plots for you the Microsoft stock right there. So there's no more, all the user does is just, we say, run this function, and it'll prompt you what to do. And that's how we try to make things user-friendly. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. So we took all this code right here, Liz. We took all this code right here, all this tons and tons of code right here that we did, that did all this nice graphics and stuff. And then we just turned it into, all you have to do is run the code, enter in the name of your stock, and then it'll plot it for you unless it tries to autocomplete. It'll just plot it for you. Well, thank you so much, everybody here. We're going to end with a little Star Wars here, so you get a special little ending. 2 seconds. Let me go to my closings. Little Star Wars ending right here. We'll be back. Swing by anytime. You're welcome. Bye, everybody. Star Wars ending. 5 hours. We've almost got these new intros ready. We're almost there.
This has been going for like 20 hours. This ends now.